Diana Bahati has been left feeling very heartbroken and in tears after McDonald Mariga's youngest brother has badly attacked Bahati and Diana Bahati for apparently alleging that Mariga was chasing Clout with the Harambee Stars drama.
Now, listen to me, Bahati. You've said that I don't know one of your kids is more famous than Mariga. By the way, are you sure that's your kid, the one you're talking about? Because I mean, have you ever done any DNA?
The shocking details, the shocking revelations and whatever have been given out to the public are going to leave you asking a lot of questions, and it does not end there. The guy also continues to establish how he thinks that Bahati, Diana Bahati and their entire family combined can never do anything compared to what McDonald Mariga did.
I mean, have you ever done any DNA? Because if you haven't, then I normally have my reservations. So I keep quiet on that. Nimeachia Mungu.
And in fact, all of these which started just as a joke on the internet, where Diana Bahati and Bahati had promised to offer 1 million Kenyan shilling to the Harambee Stars players, it looks like things are going beyond what everybody thought. Just a few hours ago, McDonald Mariga boldly opened up and said that Bahati together with the wife, that is Diana Marwa, were chasing Clout with the whole story and that they had not reached out or had no intention in any way of settling the 1 million shilling promise they had made to the national team. So, Mariga's brother has come out in a very angry video, and believe me, by the time you're done listening to whatever he said to the Bahatis, you're going to question a lot of things. So, before we even get into deeper details on this, let's just get to listen, because this is where you get first-hand information on everything. Let's listen to whatever Mariga's youngest brother had to say to Diana Bahati and Bahati.
Songeni kando, because I want to deal with this Bahati of yours. Uyu Bahati wenyu, I want to deal with him once and for all. Bahati has just implicated my elder brother Mariga onto some very nasty responses on some video. Now, listen to me, Bahati. You've said that I don't know one of your kids is more famous than Mariga. By the way, are you sure that's your kid, the one you're talking about? Because, I mean, have you ever done any DNA? Because if you haven't, then I normally have my reservations. So I keep quiet on that. Nimeachia Mungu. Nimeachia Mungu. But again, Bahati, listen to me. There is something the whole of our when you now, those people you have collected, our water in your generation will never do what Mariga did. Never. Because you are not humble. McDonald Mariga won the Champions League. He won the Champions League. Akasettle familia yake yote. And by the way, sometimes I wonder, why is it that people say McDonald Mariga has never helped anyone? Do you have any idea? You don't have any idea. And I'm talking straight to this boy called Bahati. You know, Mariga cannot, I know, he may tell me to like pull this video off or anything, but Mariga just stay aside kwanza. Because huyu Bahati kwanza alipea Harambee Stars 1 million, 1 million inamshia, 1 million, Bahati, 1 million. Lipa tu Harambee Stars, 1 million. It's only, you promised only 1 million. Hey, President Ali promised 42 million. Only promised to 1 million. Bahati, just pay the Harambee Stars. Hakuna story mingi hapo. Ama uko nayo? Kama uko nayo wapatie. Bahati. So stop saying that I don't know what your kid is more famous than Mariga. So what? So what? So what? Angekuwa more famous na anapata pesa mingi, hata yeye angeambia Harambee Stars na wapatia 1 million each. Wewe acha kutuambia bas. Ai, weni, who are you? Who are you? Tuambie. What, by the way, what are you?
Well, with something that started off as just social media publicity stunts, now turning into an inferno whereby children are even being dragged into this. Diana Bahati and Bahati have always been known to protecting their family at whatever cost, and nobody saw this coming. Very many people expected that it was Mariga who would probably come out and attack or deal with the Bahhatis. But no, after just recently a leaked phone call was put out to the public on whereby Mariga was alleging that Bahati had been chasing Clout with the whole thing, a lot of heat has been channeled toward the Bahati family. But during his interview which he did with press when he was going to his new school, Bahati clearly confirmed that he does not need to chase Clout with Mariga or the national team's name, and in fact went on ahead and said this: "Mimi ata malaika Bahati anajulikana kushinda huyo Mariga. My daughter is more famous than McDonald Mariga, and it looks like that is just where everybody drew the line between Bahati and common sense." So just getting onto the internet and more specifically on the TikTok platform where Mariga's younger brother came out and destroyed Bahati, a lot of comments are coming in, and it is because the guy touched on a very sensitive matter and said that Bahati inafaa aende for DNA testing with all of the kids including Malaika Bahati because he is not even sure, or he does not think that that child belongs to Bahati. This is an entirely different narrative from whatever we are used to from the Bahatis. You guys remember, quite a few years ago, Andrew Kibe was the one who was known to attacking the Bahatis, most especially Diana Bahati, by suggesting that Bahati should do a DNA test for all the kids. And after Andrew Kibe stopped doing his content, a lot of people had forgotten all about that until just a few hours ago when all this hate rose up on the internet again. Is this just another case of a bitter brother defending his family, or could there be some truth to whatever is going on around? Of course, perusing through the internet, very many people have been eyeing on whether Diana Bahati is going to talk about this or whether Bahati himself is going to touch on this, because why drag kids into matters that could have been handled in a rather more professional or in a rather different way? Why drag my kids into this mess? Why demand that my kids should do a DNA test publicly? Of course, these are all the questions that Bahati has been putting in place and has been trying to get an answer for. And of course, very many people have also gone to the comment section of the guy and told him that he is the one who knows to put the Bahatis in their right place, because equally, with the same amount of love that the Bahatis have been receiving over time, with the same amount of support and with the same amount of fans and followers that have been looking at the Bahatis entirely with a very good eye and saying that Bahati and Diana Bahati are the best at everything, have also been outmatched with another army that is constantly saying Diana Bahati and Bahati have always been chasing Clout ever since time immemorial, and this was just another move from them. Of course, with the recent attacks that the Bahatis have been going through, you guys remember just 3 days ago, news surfaced on the internet that their premises or the Bahatis' residence had been attacked by armed gangsters. But then, also just a few hours ago, we saw that Diana Bahati was badly scrutinized over her new jam, which is Sare Sare or Bibia Tajiri, with people clapping back at the family and saying that they are completely destroying the music industry. But whatever surfaced on the internet after this recording from Mariga's younger brother is whatever has brought all the attention and all the cards from the house of Asha coming tumbling down at them. So you guys can give us your honest opinion, comment, review and feedback. Tell us what you think about this whole ordeal, and tell us if you think Mariga's younger brother is okay. Is he really making sense about everything, or whatever is going on is bigger than what we anticipated? Give us your honest opinion. Keep the comments very respectful. Let's catch up on my next video as we get to know what's happening around the 254.